Hello, we're here again. I nearly did it again. Nearly ended up having my whole day go Zoom and well, we're a little late, but we're here. And we like being here. So we remembered in the middle of a very, well, full day. Sometimes that happens. Although I can't tell you really what I was doing. Full yet without being full. Sometimes that's how it goes. So, the wisdom for today. We've talked about so many things. Let's talk about something very powerful because we all do it. We all chase the bad egg. The thing that's in our past that's, oh yeah, well, I wish never. And we feel all gicky and ooky about it. All those things are the enemy's tools, toys. Yes, shame does exist. And in some points, I guess it could be good, but most of the time it isn't. Let's leave it there on that. But let's go here. And that is that we focus on victory. We feed faith and we starve doubt. That's the wisdom for the night. In other words, don't focus on the past. Don't focus on what may have happened and may have been terrible. But focus on the present victories that God has given you. Feed that faith, starve that doubt. Another point to always move into is to remember to find the hope moment in a day. Yes, there's a hope moment in every day where hope becomes and comes alive and becomes so strong and powerful. And that's hope. Hope moving, hope shifting, hope bringing us to a place called future. Focus on that hope moment. Even if you're having a disastrous day, you got up, you burned the eggs, you stuck the toaster, you stuck the toast in the toaster. And the toaster decided to expel it in such a fashion that it ended up on the floor. Last two slices of bread type day. You still have hope in that day, honest. I've had those moments. Had where everything goes, and then you're stuck. Or you are, or you can focus on that hope moment. That little tiny thing where, who knows, you went to your favorite hot dog vendor. I'm a hot dog man, so go to your favorite hot dog vendor and he's having a 2-for-1. Hope. You go to your favorite shoe store and they have those shoes that they said they were out of stock of, and they found a pair in your size. Hope. Yes. Some of those things sound silly and odd and oops, but they're hope. There's never a parking spot in front of the grocery store when you're required to just run in and get a couple of things, run home to get dinner going because you're already 2 hours late. But there it is. Hope. Just remember that. Find that hope moment. Light it up. Be thankful, grateful, gratitude over it. Be extremely focused on it. Some great things will happen. So let's do that thing I do. Um, and that is Eric at starthealing.me, Eric at starthealing.me, Eric at starthealing.me. Yes, let's say that really quick, slowly. We're saying it too quick. Eric at starthealing.me. Yes, it's that easy. When you get that, you can give me a jingle. Send me an email. I'll send you a link. You can come and talk. First one's free. We'll talk about the rest. You can learn a lot. In a few minutes. Let's go on to the story. Well, that story is getting interesting, isn't it? We have a tentacle creature on one side, kind of big. A big talking to the tentacle creature, like, wow, that looks like connection, but they don't have it anymore. The lady looked up and had the same thought. You two were connected at once, weren't you? Yes, a long time ago when we were something else. We can't be together anymore. That was part of, well, what happened. That don't seem right. Hmm. I don't know if I can do something about the size. That's a pretty powerful spell. It's going to take me a bit to figure that one out. But which shape would you rather be? Big shape or that thing over there, that tentacled beauty? Yeah, you are beautiful. I don't know about that, but anyway, whoa. Like big. I like to be like big. At least we can be together somewhat, right? Big? Of course, hon. I'd always want you back. You know, all we had to do was not believe in God, but here we are, believing in God, right? That meant the city grew a little bit more. As she walked towards the wall dissolved. She turned into another Big, and she smiled, and then the house that Big was sleeping in got bigger. Of course it did. Big for bigger. Here we go, she says, lady. I can do that part. Well, thank you. We'll work on that curse. It'll go away. We'll have a lot more space for things. But for now, you two enjoy yourself. Been a long time, I imagine. Longer than you know. I went inside the house and, well, the lady said that was a good deed. Yes, said Douglas. But you're expending a lot of, well, I am. But God is supplying. That's good. Well, this is all coming from him and you aren't zacking yourself out. No, I'm not. But I am tired and I want a nap. Yes, I imagined you would. That moment she kind of started to fall, but Douglas had her. Picked her up and said, well, we'll take the lady for a nap. We'll be back later. Everyone nodded. They were kind of confused. There was a tentacle monster. It was coming. Then it wasn't. Then it wasn't a monster. Then now it's another Big. Yeah, it's been a day. And the dwarf said, nah, that's a normal day in our lives. Oh, by the way, we need another one of those. Oh my, you found another stone like that. Yeah, now we'll have definite warmth all the way through that great big hole we're digging in there. Are you digging already? Oh yeah, we're digging. Look what I found. Oh, that's 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 special ore. It is. And I got bunches of it. This mountain's full of it. Oh, goody. I have toys to make, and I'm going to use the real nice 4G over there. Yeah. I think everybody's evacuating with you going in. Yeah. Well, boom, it's not fun. But some are staying because they want to learn. I'll give them a suit too. He walked in, of course, there was flash of lights, things going on. He was making stuff, of course. A few hours passed very quickly. And the lady was up. Douglas was up. The lady was feeling better. And she said, I think I want to make country fried steak with mashed taters and garlic. But wow, have the taters and the garlic, but I don't know about the pork. Well, we know where they get that, but you know, that ain't happening anymore. Well, we saved a bunch of that. And the animals have told us about this space where there are actual, real, well, pig-like creatures that are not intelligent and have been food for them and can be food for us. Oh, good. But we have a bit here, so we can make a country fried steak, or we can get a beef piece out from those cows that they talked about. I already got one of those, said the lawmaker. Flunk. Oh my. All butchered up already. Oh yeah. Well, I was bored. Wow. Well, we'll take a couple of pieces of that steak and bang it out. That moment, the person that had been working in the forge came out and said, "Country fried steak? Yeah. Oh my, you can give me one of those. Don't worry, I'm making one for everybody that wants to eat." Lawmaker said, "I'll go get a couple more cows." She said, "No, she's loaves and fishes time. God be good, God be great, God be wonderful. God expands all that is here." The next thing they knew, every time they did another steak came. Boom, boom, boom. Set up a big vat and started frying. And soon these things were rolling out and people were like, num num and num 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 num. The big potatoes that had come in all of a sudden started expanding. Every time somebody took it out, more was in. They were all realizing how powerful God really was. This was an incredible moment. Incredible moment because every single person, including Big and Miss Big, we'll call them that now, had their full of, well, they liked a lot of things. But they never had country fried steak before or potatoes, and both of those were good. Of course, French green beans. Oh, that was awesome. You've been to many Earths, haven't you? Oh yeah, I've had a few that's yum. I'll make you some Japanese food sometime. Oh, said the traveler. I like that food. Okay. Of course, at that moment, something has to, well, show up. They didn't just show up. They fired a huge beam at the city. How'd they get through that shield? Oh, huh. Lawmakers said, doesn't work with them. They phase in and out of dimensions. Oh, I have a solution for them. What? She picked up a little blue ball that she was holding in her hand that she had pulled from somewhere and she tossed it. When it hit the ship, it fried everything. Ship landed, thunk. Guy came out, well, kind of a guy. Had a guy's voice, but kind of not. Looked like, wow. Looked very interesting. Looked like an elongated chicken with a weird beak. And it was bubbling about how his ship has been messed up. And he said, we will bring more. Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. We're remodulating the shield as we speak. And by the way, you're leaving now. Went spinning off him and his ship, and they met somehow, and then he went, he'll re-kick in a couple of hours, but he won't ever get past that shield again. Oh my. This is getting interesting. It is. Well, still that Lady Lawmaker and all of her wonderfuls and all those things that have been happening. Always a moment, isn't there? She said. Yeah, but we're getting there. At that moment, four great dreadnoughts lifted from four of the great cities. And there was a transmission, if you could call it that. We're gone. You can have this world. It sucks anyway. We're taking our slaves with us, though. Oh, gee. They haven't learned, have they? They really have not yet learned. Douglas, yeah, you want to get those nice people out of there. They don't need to go. This is a sanctuary planet now. That's the last of them, I think. Well, there may be a couple more around, but we'll either get them to see our way or they can leave, like these are. One way only. They all hit their jump drives after they left the planet. They were gone. Going to go find that moon where they could live the way they wished to live, but they all of a sudden realized they didn't have any slaves. Oh my. Oh, they'll probably find more, unfortunately. Well, it'll take them a while. What'd you do, Douglas? Oh, not much. Just elongated their flight. They're going a long way away, where there's nobody for a long time. Oh my. Mm-hmm. They want them to leave and build their own little situation. That point, the lady that had visited him the first time came out and said, "Hey, our overmasters are gone. Planet-wide, by the way. All gone, all left. I don't know where they went to, but boy, they go far." Yeah, that might have had something to do with that. I thought you might. How about we do this? And she walked out into the middle of that desert, about 40 or 50 feet away from the city, and she plunked a stick down, and water started spouting out, and soon it was a lake. It would be an ocean in a while. People that had been planting trees go, "Oh, good, oceans. We have things for oceans." And so did others. And they started bringing them, and the ocean started to be filled. At this point, it went from a city to a planet of sanctuary. It's incredible. She knew that they would try to move her now because that's what they always did, but this time she was ready. She spoke to the wind and she said, "Not this time. I've learned your trick." With that, she dismissed it as if it was nothing. Going back into the city, and Douglas said, "Is that done?" "It's done. We have a sanctuary planet now." "Yeah, it has to be recovered, the poor thing. Those nice animals then can live out in the freedom. They like it out there better than here, I would imagine. Already starting to move out to the oceans and the trees. They know it's safe out there now. Oh, we're gonna have the Auden, but we'll make sure the Auden gets dealt with. Now let's send it to the universe. Let's leave it there. Let's have a blessing, a beautiful, wonderful, amazing blessing. Yes, blessing of joy, of peace, of abundance, of hope, of course, overflowing, amazing hope, and all those many other things that he would paint with that brush of his. All the things that Father would paint, all the things that God would paint. Might as well call it what it is. One being in a way that we cannot even explain. Doesn't matter. Painting with that brush, giving us abundance and overflow in all things. According to the will and wish of Father, according to your will and wish, it can be. Let's have a word of prayer. We come before you, Father, Spirit, Son, and we push back this darkness that has been over these people for far too long. Let them see some light. Capital L, capital I, capital G, capital H, capital T. The real light, your light. You are the Father of lights. Move over them. Illuminate them. Give them joy and peace that they've never seen before. It's so they can understand that you really do wish a relationship. That's what you're all about. That's what you always do. And we thank you for all that you do. More can we say here? We just leave it in your hands, in your way, in your will. And we say thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude, thankful, grateful, gratitude. Standing in awe and honor, respect, allowing all glory to flow to Father, Spirit, Son. This is, and so this is. When you wake, wake well. When you rest, rest well. And know that your path is lit by God. Blessings.